Welcome to the RTI Speed Secrets with Bob and Chad. This week we are actually on the road. We're at 141 Speedway up in Wisconsin for the Clash at the Creek. If you can't hear us real good, we're going to try to talk loud as we can because we're actually at the racetrack in the Weir's factory support trailer. What did you do last weekend, Chad?
I went to Cedar Lake for the Masters, so they had the USMTS there, and had the late models, open late models, and crate late models. It was a good turnout, good field of cars, 3 days. Track was beautiful, weather was beautiful, so it was a good weekend.
Yeah, I went to Marshalltown Speedway in Marshalltown, Iowa, and then I went to the Boone Speedway. Both real good shows. Had a great time, see some regular customers. And that's what we're doing up here. I'm up here for BEG, helping some of our customers that are up here at the show and trying to get handling and helping them during this practice night. Chad and Austin and the crew here at Weir's are here doing the same thing, plus offering support if you have a repaired part that you need repaired. We're here to do it. One of the things that we do not have is a guest this week because, of course, the guests that we would like to have had are racing, so we're not going to be able to add a guest to it. But what we are going to do is we're going to show you live how to rebuild a slider. We've got a used slider here that's in definite need of rebuild, and so I'm going to turn it over to Chad, and we're going to get Austin here, and we're going to show you how that actually works.
Go ahead. So I'm not sure how many races are on this, but this slider's got quite a few nights on it. Shaft is pretty beat up, everything's pretty dirty. So first thing you do is you get the rough stuff out of there. This is difficult on the live here. Bear with us, first time for this. But so most sliders come apart with a snap ring. And then you just pop it apart. So once you get the snap ring out, you can see that inside of there looks pretty decent. A little dry. It's probably got quite a few nights on it. It's some of our older components, so this piece has been a little neglected, as we would say. It's got some of our older pieces in there, so we're gonna put a new shaft in here and a new piston and a new bearing and get this thing tuned up. Yeah, so this is our old system. Our new system uses a better sealing system. So this is a new bearing that we now use, which is the same components that are in a shock. So it seals the dirt out a little bit better.
On our weekly maintenance tip, we talk about the fact that this is one of the most important parts that you need. The components of your race car is the suspension components. And like this slider, even with the bent shaft, there's no possible way it could have actually worked like it should have. So once again, guys, we talk a lot about maintenance. We talk a lot about maintenance in the school. Maintenance is the key, man. Austin's getting all the old components taken off of it.
So when you get the shaft out of there, then down in the inside of that tube needs to be cleaned out too. So we use a brake cleaner, and if you get yourself a 1-inch brush, bristle brush like that works real nice to go down in there and clean that out. And he'll be rolling through that here. So. It's practice night here at 141. Did you get a car count? I don't know how many cars are here. There's quite a few.
Man, there's a lot of race cars here.
Quite a few good cars. We got Kenny Schrader's here, Kenny Wallace is here, Ricky Thornton, a bunch of the IMCA boys. So it's going to be a good show. It's live on Speed Shift, right?
Yes.
Yep, live on Speed Shift. So
yeah, Terry Phillips. Dustin or Grabo, Jordan Grabowski. There's some pretty heavy hitters here. Stanford's here from
California, yeah. Ethan's here,
Dotson's
Dotson,
here
yeah.
from California. It's going to be a heck of a show. So those of you who won, make sure you tune in, log on, and get on Speed Shift and watch this because it's going to be a heck of a show. Tomorrow night's going to be qualifying, and then Thursday night is the big show. So definitely watch this race.
Richard says, what is the slider and where does it go on the car?
Well, the slider actually is what holds the springs, and like on the rear of the modified, you have a slider on the left rear. So it holds the spring so that the shock can be separately, and it's just a way of keeping the spring in there. Here's an example.
This is a slider with a spring on it. Actually, we have our new, not our new, but our spring compressor on there with we put a slot in it now. So when you want to make adjustments on a race car, you can compress the assembly and take the load off the suspension for making changes easier. So this is what a slider does. It goes on the left rear.
So explain to us what you're all doing here, Austin.
Right now I'm just cleaning the tube out. I just wrap a shot towel up in a tube brush and spray a little brake cleaner on it. That cleans the inside of the tube pretty good. A couple different times until it stops very dirty.
Do you just use brake clean?
Yeah, you could use less harsh solvent too, but we just use brake clean because we use a lot of machine shops, so we have a lot of sitting around too.
Well, and that dries good and does a good job of cleaning. Now you're going through the inspection process to see if
See in there, but it's a lot cleaner now. Should be a lot shinier before. So that's done. That one needed a new shaft, so I slide a boat station here. Right here is what comes in our rebuild kits, so if you would buy that from us, all those come in there. Comes with an instruction sheet on how to do it too. So I'll start off.
and now it comes with the upgraded piston. The piston was in this.
That was the plastic one.
That was a plastic one. Explain what the new piston is and why it's different.
This one, bronze. Doesn't wear out like the plastic ones, but lasts a lot longer.
And it's got the grooves in it so that it stays greased.
Yeah, so the flutes are just to hold the grease in there to lubricate the runs. So he actually will pack this once he gets this on here. We'll get that all packed full of grease. It can't be a solid steel piston, so it'll build gas pressure like a shock would then. And the tech man doesn't necessarily like that when we build gas pressure with the sliders.
What type of grease do you normally use?
We use synthetic wheel bearing grease. Our brand is Allison Lubricants. So, with our new bushing, it can be a little tight, so that way we keep all the water and dirt off the shaft and it goes inside the slider. So sometimes you gotta try that. Not bad. So that's done. Now on the end of the shaft, take a little grease. This grease where that piston's gonna ride. Down threads too. Piston going on. And up. So we tighten the nut all the way up. And back it off. About a quarter turn. So the piston will spin freely, but not too loose.
We have Wayne Dotson.
Next, I'll pack all the grooves of the piston.
What's going on?
Man, there's a lot of live action going on in here.
Holy cow! We've got Wayne Dotson with us tonight. He come in to join the show. He's going to be our special guest, driver of the '74 stock car, IMCA stock car. How you doing, Wayne?
Better than I deserve, Bob. How about you?
I'm pretty good, pretty good. You're on with us live on our TV, on our show here.
Okay, I probably leave you.
That's okay.
So adjust the balance. You got those tools.
So I packed all the grooves of the piston with grease. Now I just take a little bit, put it inside the tube on the walls.
I'll say go.
Pretty good.
You can either grease the side of the bushing or the inside of where the bushing will ride to. It'll keep water, along with the O-ring, it'll keep water out to the side of the sleeve. So that's all done. Now we can put the mixer in.
Our first couple of weeks were pretty slow. Then it kind of leveled
So when we're done with this slider, it's going to be like a brand new slider. Of course, the shaft was bent. It has the whole complete rebuild kit in there. So this thing is as good as gold. It's just like a brand new slider.
Nope, too much. Make sure the snapper goes in all the way. You don't want it to be hanging out a little bit.
It's fair.
Otherwise, our extension will fall apart.
That's good.
Just like that. Put the setup nut on and the high on. You're good to go.
So see, it doesn't take the amount of maintenance. You can see just by watching it on the show how long it took him to rebuild this slider. So when people say, "Well, they just ran out of time," I don't buy it because you had enough time where you could every 15 nights you should be taking your slider apart, re-greasing it, cleaning all the grit out of it, and making sure everything's good to go because it's the lifeblood of the suspension. It's just like a shock absorber. If it doesn't function correctly, it's going to bind the suspension up. What happens, of course, if it binds the suspension, what's going to happen? Well, my car doesn't work. Well, if there's a suspension bind, that's why the car doesn't work. That maintenance is so important. And like I said, it's nice we had this to do, and Austin was able to show us how to completely rebuild this slider.
Like that.
It's good to go, just like brand new again.
So that one has one of our older cups on it. We're gonna have videographer Tanner just take the call on that one. She's got a bearing out or
Shouldn't have done it.
That's got some of our older cups, our newer cups with the trim to go in light. We switched into an OD grab on the cups now, so and that also allows you to put a bearing in there if you get it out of the way. So with that OD on the lighter diameter springs, it keeps the spring lined up better. And then when you put that bearing in there, when you're running a light spring and it travels so far, that just helps keep that spring bow out of there when that spring can rotate as it's traveling.
Excellent. Well, this was your opportunity of being with us live at the racetrack. Sorry we're not able to really answer a lot of your questions. We're kind of winging this to give you the show, and like I said, this is what Chad and I and everybody does during the week nowadays with all the special events. So
Yeah, we just we really enjoy getting out here, going to the racetrack, and helping our team. That's kind of what we're here for. Bob servicing the shocks, and we're working on the suspension, and we feel that it's important for us to be here and be a part of it, and help our team win races. And when they have a crash or a failure, that's why we're here to help them. So.
yeah, that's the service you've come to ask for, and that's the service that we make sure that you get. So extremely happy with this. Like I said, the show might not be as professional as it normally is, but hey, we're at the racetrack. That's where you guys should be too. So once again, glad you guys could log in. Appreciate you guys watching. This is episode number 9. Next week, we're going to try to go on Monday and do it in our normal settings. We've got a guest, but I can't announce it until the day after tomorrow for sure. But we're hoping that we can get Mr. Ben Baker from AFCO Technologies to come on board with us and talk about brakes. Brakes are a real big key in handling, and they're just not to stop the car. They have a lot of effect on the car. So we're going to talk about and bring you some segments on brakes, just like we did a week ago on some chocolate burger.
Yeah, that was just what 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago when that guy had all that handling issues.
Yep.
And he said he didn't really change the car over the winter. And I said, you're missing something. And he found a pinch brake line. So that was about 80% of the problem. So brakes are definitely a huge part of the race car.
And we appreciate you coming up to us like tonight here at the racetrack. I've had numerous people come up and talk about the shows and stuff. When Chad and I talked, or when we first started talking about this, we never really expected that we would have this many episodes. We were just looking at doing something because of the COVID issue, and now we look forward to seeing you guys every week.
Yeah, it's been good. Yeah, it was kind of a fluke, but it's been good. So we're keep the questions coming and keep tuning in.
All right, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.